Here's what we're gonna do, chat. I'm gonna start with my favorite of the two to call because it's a little crazier. We are going to move into call mode. I'm going to drop the music a little bit. Remember, guys, here's how these calls are going to work, okay? I am going to not record the receiving end. Just me. And I'm going to just perform the call. I might comment and talk to you guys as I'm on the phone and not talking to anybody. But yeah, let's get started, chat. Let's get started. Okay. So, get this together. I'm going to start with Visa, because Visa is a little crazy, like I just said. Which one's Visa again? Okay. So I called Visa. I'm going to hit 0 to get a human. And I'm just going to vibe first, and we'll talk about how I do the call. Okay, a 1 minute wait time to call. My first call. We're going in. Here we go. Hi. I heard about something to do with Visa, and I can't use my Visa card to buy video games anymore. I saw it on the news earlier. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but could you explain it to me? I'm a little confused. I'm in a kind of public place, so I kind of would prefer not to, if that's okay. I'm actually calling on behalf of a friend about this because he told me about this, and he's a little shy of his phone. He's a longtime Visa customer, so if you don't mind, I'd prefer not to. It's just sensitive. Oh yeah, of course. It was a TD Bank in the United States. Visa card, Visa debit card there. Visa debit card there. Yes. Okay. Okay. Explain the situation, sure. Okay. Illegal activity, you said? Illegal activity? Okay. Oh, you said I should visit visa.com for more information, or did you say email? I couldn't quite hear that, sorry. Okay. So I'm sorry. I appreciate that. That explanation, but I think I have more questions now actually. So basically, you know, my friend showed me this news story, and he's a little shy, so I'm calling on his behalf. And but both of us are a little. We're wondering, you know. It looked like we can't buy video games with our Visa cards anymore. Is that what's going on? Okay, we can still buy Visa. We can still buy video games with our Visa cards. I can. Okay, so I can go to Xbox right now and buy games. Okay. Now I heard about something called Itchy. I can't buy games from Itchy anymore. Is that or Steam? What's exactly up with that? I'm sorry, can you say that again? I couldn't quite hear you. Yeah. Oh, so if the game follows the laws, if it's legal, I can buy it. Okay, so my friend is telling me here that he tried to buy I think he said it was an adult game. I'm guessing something like Grand Theft Auto. I don't play many video games, but I know kids can't buy Grand Theft Auto, right? You know, Grand Theft Auto, you know, only adults can buy it, right? So he said he can't buy adult games on itch.io. Or whatever anymore, and so is that what's happening? He can't buy Grand Theft Auto anymore, but he can buy other games on Xbox, or? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't use email. I'm sorry. I don't use email at all. I've had a couple issues with my internet access recently. I only really have phone right now, kind of in between situations with getting on the internet. I'm just nervous about this, right? Because, you know, I'm trying to buy games for, you know, him and his kid, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, can I buy, you know, some that he approves of, like Grand Theft Auto, but, you know, kids couldn't on their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for me to send an email right now because, you know, no internet, no email, you know? Oh, wait. Excuse me. I got a couple more questions. Can you hook me up with your supervisor or something? Maybe they can help. Well, you know, legally you have to, though. I'm an American, and legally, if I ask to talk to your supervisor, your manager, you have to patch me through, you know, so. Could you patch me with a supervisor and manager? He hung up on me. He's not supposed to do that. He hung up on me. That's actually illegal. You can't do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me call back. All right. I'm back on it, chat. I'm back on it, chat. Hi, so I was just on the phone with another Visa representative, and I asked to speak to the manager, and he hung up on me. So I know it's not your fault, ma'am, but I'm a little upset right now. He just hung up on me. Yeah, it's all right. All right, so I was talking to this gentleman about God, where do I even begin? It was something about video games and Visa, and I can't buy video games with my Visa card anymore, and I don't understand why. And I asked to speak to his supervisor because he wasn't giving me a lot of information, and he just kind of hung up on me. He just said, "Thank you for calling Visa," and that was that. It's all right. All right. So I was calling on behalf of a friend, and we're doing it in kind of semi-public place. We're doing a ball right now, so prefer not to give my friends a Visa card. You know what I'm saying? So. No, thank you. Oh, what's the email? I do have a pen and a paper. Okay. All right. ASKVI. Is there a space, ma'am, or? Oh, it's one word. Okay, ask Visa, but all right. Okay, yeah. At, like the at symbol, and then VISA. All right. So I don't have internet access right now. So and I'm trying to buy a game for my friend's son. So do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about the video game stuff? Because I can't use the email right now. I'm actually using a landline. So. Alright, so if I'm trying to buy any online game, I can't? Is that what you're saying? So I have to go to a store and use cash? Oh, you don't know. I might have to just use cash from now on. Alright. Alright. Even if I can't email, because I can't talk to the email, you know, I don't have the internet, so I just got the landline, you know. We're calling from the bar landline right now, so. Oh, we can't even talk about it on the phone. Alright. Alright. Can you pat? So this is the thing that got me hung up the last time, so I'm a little nervous asking, but can you get me in touch with your supervisor and manager? I just want to talk to them a little bit more, get a better understanding, maybe prepare if I need to call back, because I'm supposed to get something for my friend's son, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to now, so. That's fine, I just want to talk to him. I understand, but as an American, you legally have to put me in touch with the supervisor if I ask. It's law. And that's fine. That's fine. Can you just please put me in touch with a manager or supervisor? Alright, okay. And check out for available one, alright. Guys, it's taking forever. They really don't want me to talk to a supervisor. That's crazy. I've never had this happen. I've called them so many times. I wouldn't get these people in trouble. They're probably slammed. This is wild. Visa's always wild. Visa's always wild. This is a wild one. I'm gonna drop the accent, by the way. Is your number blacklisted? No. No. Because they keep on picking up the phone. And if it is, then I'll just get a Google Voice. I've never had them do this. This is crazy, guys. All right. I'm gonna put on speaker. It usually takes a while with these guys. Oh my god.
Damn, Mommy Anna. I didn't know you come from the Kansas City.
How was Southern Anna? Did we like it? I have some concerns, Anna. Why? What's up? Alright, so what do we learn? Just TOS release. You can do this. Look up Kit Boga, Coop. If I record only my end of the line, and if I'm engaging on like activist work, then you can do it. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Because other folks are doing this on Twitch as well. I've seen other people stream this. And if it's just my side of it, then it's fine. I'm being polite to these guys too. Okay, so what do we learn? Be dumb and daft. You get a lot more mileage with these call campaigns if you do that. The accent work was solid? Hell yeah. Alright. What else? Or again, I heard it on the news. Escalate to manager, supervisor, when dead end. It's okay, Coop. I totally get it. It's why I took these provisions, right? It's why I'm not showing, I'm not having their voice, and I'm being careful with what I say. Oh, ask them to repeat what they said. That's right. Take up time. Ask them to repeat what they said. Yes. Let me continue reading chat. Damn, Mommy Anna, I didn't know you come from Kansas City. She will go stereotypical Egyptian goddess. Ignorance and accent work is going to get you through. Yes, so true. We love to stutter. Also stuttering in filler words. Oh, yes. That was another thing I was actively doing too. Remember, I was doing a lot of ums, just filling the time. I'm also going to add right now, because we're still on hold, I'm gonna get like one of those like speed run timers. Stay on hold. Oh, that's alright. No, you don't have any? Alright, I'll try to get a friend that's got an email to talk to them about trying to send it, because I just don't have internet right now. I'm in between houses, so. No, thank you. Alright. Alright. Alright, well, I appreciate it. I apologize if it got a little heated. I do appreciate you taking the time to hear me out. The last person I talked to was very kind at first, but it got a little heated at the end. But you were very understanding. I know you just got you got to work with what you got, so I'll understand. Of course. You too. Bye bye. 12-minute call in total. 12 minutes. All right. So it's call number 1 and 2 combined. Let's see. So the first call was 12 minutes. The other one was 9 minutes. So that's 21 minutes in total. So 21 minutes total. Not bad. Not bad. Another tip I saw, start your call in the wrong category calls, like the account balance or business numbers, and ask to be transferred to the line for inquiries. That is good advice. That's good advice. I went train watching last weekend, based. Naturally I have poor listening skills, so I do that stuff on my own. Yeah, I have a really hard time listening on the phone unless I'm actually wearing headphones, so this is particularly challenging for me. I have auditory processing issues, actually. Another, wait. We learned that Horse Anna gonna be from Kansas City and have the dreams to run the Kentucky Derby. But since she was too big, she was kicked out after she stomped on the other horse girl in a tragic incident. Yeah, that's true. I found you out because of this whole Steam situation. This is my first time watching. I want to say you're awesome, lol, and thanks for the investigation for that great article. Thank you, Metal Natus. I appreciate it. I appreciate it quite a bit. I appreciate it. Means a lot. I'm going to call MasterCard next. New speedrunning tactic called slow running. Helps you actually get to play more games. Let me find the thing that's like the speedrunning number. Timer for, so we can actually like track how long this is going. Yeah, live split. This is what Kitboga does. All right, let me download it so we can like get it running. Let me download it. So I'm gonna also, when I do these, I am gonna eventually do a call that's like just me, myself, normal Anna. Like I'm gonna do it to also demonstrate how like quick it is. If you don't kind of play dumb. I'm also gonna play a couple other characters too. Like I'm gonna play like Dad trying to buy a game for his son. It's just if you do it like this, it's just they're forced to have more of an active conversation with you because you have more of an opening to like ask questions. Let me ask you a question. I love how petty this is. Taking notes for when I call them later tonight. Of course, the T draws. Also, ask the rep where to send a compliment and waste more time, but also might lift up their mood. Oh, that's a good advice. Tactic called slow running actually helps you play more games. Keep the green numbers, be generic. Beating MasterCard and masturbate, if you will. Okay. How's this work again? All right. So let me get it up. 1 second, chat. Window capture. Yeah, here we go. Okay. We'll put it right over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So for example, right, control start. We'll use this to control how long the call goes. Okay. So what did we learn? with Visa number 1 and 2, guys. So a couple of tricks with calling Visa. We'll call them again. We'll call a couple of times during the stream. With Visa, Visa is the harder of the two to call. Visa just tries to... so some of the stuff you didn't hear when I was doing my whole spiel is they read just like the boilerplate statement that they sent over email to me. That's why there was a lot of like time where like I was just like going and nodding. Like they're just reading the whole fucking email to me. Every time I call, they do that now. They're very dodgy. They do not want to talk to you about this. They want to get you off the phone. So I find with Visa, with MasterCard, you can be a little bit more good natured, but with Visa, you have to be like dumb. You have to channel your inner boomer. You have to pretend that like you don't know what the fuck a Steam is. You don't know what an itch.io is. And you have to like ask like, can I not buy games with my Visa card anymore? And they'll be a little flustered, and they'll be like, I'm sorry you're feeling this way. And then you could be like, oh yeah, well I can't buy my itchy games for my kid. And they won't just usher you off the call right away. In some cases they might even talk to you about it, depending on the person that you get. So again, mentioning things like I heard this on the news to kind of stress that like you're getting filtered in because of PR issues. Try to escalate to a manager or supervisor. I've heard that Visa does sometimes just drop people when that's asked, like as of recent. That person held me on the line, the second person, the woman that I talked to. She held me on the line for like a good couple minutes and then was like, yeah, we can't escalate to a manager. No one's free right now. So that should probably tell you that like they're getting slammed, is my guess. They're probably not getting like escalations for lost card calls. They're probably getting escalations for like the Steam itch.io situation. Also like just using up the time they have, like just being a little loosey goosey with it. You're not in a rush, you know. You're at the bar, hanging out with the homies. You know you gotta buy a game for your kid later, and oh yeah, you don't have access to email. I found this one works as well. I don't have email because they'll just be a little confused. They're like, I don't know, like the script that they're working off of no longer works because like, you know, the whole entire game works by like, you know, saying like email us. So they'll be like, oh, I don't know what to do now. So I'm going to say is you have already sent an email and you're upset that you haven't heard anything. That is also a good thing. I haven't been doing as many like I recently called back because a lot of times when I call, I'm actually at this point like playing different characters kind of when I call in order to try to play dumb, like to give me the best advantage to play dumb to stay on the line as long as possible. But that's another good one too. That one at the very least 1/24th of someone's workday. Yeah, exactly. Just think of like how many resources you're pulling out of their day to do this. And then think of like, you know, think of if 20 people are acting like this, then like it's a mess. I will do calls where I'm being genuine in myself though. So don't worry. Like I'll show you if you want, if you don't want to do it this way, because this is just one style, I'll also show you like how to do it. Just like if you were just calling yourself, you want to have your own card number registered, lodged, things like that. Would honesty at the end help, like trying to make them acknowledge that their actions have caused tons of legal games being taken down, threatening livelihoods of citizens who did nothing wrong? Hey, Sabbath, no. No. You need to understand that, like, the people that you're talking to, they didn't do any of this. You could mention that, but, like, at the end of the day, it's like, they're still gonna be on the phone taking calls no matter what. It's not like if you tell them like this is hurting artists, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna leave my job, you know. And I think also at a certain point, like you know, if you want to kind of explain to them like why you're upset, if you're being like genuine with them, you're not like doing the dumb boomer thing, then that's fine. But if you know, like if you're being like, what's the right way to put it? I think it's important to understand that, like, to save that kind of heat for if this call campaign escalates and, like, we start contacting, like, you know, like, marketing heads. That's when I would start saying stuff like that, you know. I think the key right now is just to, like, put a lot of pressure on call centers to get MasterCard and Visa to feel like they can't operate their call centers successfully without changing their policy, and also to show them that people are just generally upset, and that all kinds of people are upset. You know, oh, the average American's upset, even though we're gamers making these calls and doing this stuff. Not trying to convince the other person on the line. It's not their call. Yeah, the key thing about these calls is none of this is about convincing anybody. Because the person on the other end might actually agree with you. They're just doing their job, and they have to like stick to a script. I held a manager up for 30 minutes explaining this earlier today. I walked her through which restrictions were in place and how they weren't legal. You're trying to use up company resources and make their business worse, so they stop doing this kind of thing. It's activism. Like, this is more about wasting time so Visa in the upper area notice a steep decline like key metrics. Yeah, this is activism work, guys. This is about sending a message through like activist work. It's not actually like about trying to convince the person on the other end of the call. The focus should be dragging on these calls as much as possible instead of making ideological pleas. Yep, I'm so glad I never had a job in a call center. Yeah, I mean, like, you'll notice that like even if like I am at times being like, can you escalate? Can you escalate? Can you escalate? Like, I'm still trying to be really nice to these guys. I thanked the woman at the end of the call. She was nice. You know, I still am also treating them with a certain level of dignity. You know, I'm still treating them with respect. Okay, let's call MasterCard. Now, my experience of MasterCard is that generally they're not trying to usher you off the phone and they take more time with you. They might try to ask for like, to file a case ID. They might listen out to your complaint. I'm going to be playing the boomer voice again. I'm going to be playing probably a dad that's trying to buy a game for his kid. And going to put on a green hat and go, wahoo, on Twitch TOS. Good luck and make sure to drink water. Hell yeah. I've been in the middle of Stop Killing Games this and now age verification garbage. Insane end of July. Yeah. Respect the person. Don't respect the company time that's wasted. Yes. So on Blue Sky, the hypothetical strategy is just to completely roleplay an unrelated credit card issue and only mention censorship in games at the very end. That's interesting. All right. Time to call MasterCard. I figured out the phone tree to immediately get on. It's... what is it? 112221. Okay. Okay. Gonna rip. Hey, so I'm a MasterCard user. I was reading something on the news. There's like, what is this? It's like apparently I can't buy video games on Steam and itch.io with my MasterCard anymore, and I'm trying to buy a game for my kid. Is MasterCard phasing out buying video games? Especially so Steam, there's some games that I want to buy for myself, and then there's some games I want to buy for my son on let me find out the name of the site again. I'm sorry. itch.io. It's called itch.io, and I was trying to buy a couple games for my son on itch.io, and I think they're like horror games. He's really into that stuff, and I can't buy them for him because apparently he says they're not available to buy anymore on itch.io because of MasterCard. And then I looked up the news and they said, you know, MasterCard doesn't let me buy video games anymore or something. I don't play much video games, but yeah. So what's going on with that exactly? Is MasterCard phasing out buying video games, or like on the PC, on the Macintosh, or? Yes, yes, of course. So my first and last name is... Yes. Yes, you've got it. No. Let me spell it out for you phonetically. So phonetically it's W as in wave. Y as in yellow, T as in tent, H as in help, and E as in elephant. Yeah, you've got it. You got it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Oh yes, of course. So my phone number is I'm calling from the United States, and I'm in a semi-public place right now, so I'm not sure if you're gonna ask for my card number, but I can tell you it's with it's an Apple card. It's with Goldman Sachs. Yes. Semi-public. Yes. This is an Apple card, so I was confused about it because I wasn't sure if I should call it Goldman Sachs or not, because they say it's from Goldman Sachs, but then I looked at the art in my iOS and it said MasterCard, and then it said, oh, I should call you guys about this for sure, because my son wasn't sure, if Goldman Sachs was also an issue, but I see MasterCard in the news, and I see, and you know how it is, so. It's a credit card. Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Itch.io, yeah. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? So yes, it is my first time calling about this issue, and I should explain a little bit as well that essentially what was it? Sorry, it's been a long day. This is supposed to be a present for my son getting finishing summer camp. Yeah, so there was so I heard something about an adult policy, and my assumption, I know some games are adult and you can't buy them, right? Grand Theft Auto is for adults, right? My brother played a lot of it, so he would tell me, he can't buy it for my, or if he wants to get it for my nephew, he has to buy it. He can't send his nephew over to the GameStop and buy it. He has to buy it because it's an adult game, right? So is that sort of what's going on? Is itch.io not certain adult games like Grand Theft Auto can't be sold on Steam and itch.io anymore because they're adult? A kid can't buy them. They're adult games. Is that sort of what's happening? Oh, so yeah. Oh wait. Can you? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? What did you say? No issue. Okay. Consumer escalation team. Okay. No, not on the top of my head, no. Okay. Yeah, I do you mind, before you give me the case number, can I just ask you a couple questions? I heard you say that it's been escalated, and so the way this works, you said it's something about a content policy. So do you know what kind of content is part of the policy? Is it like I can buy my kid, like, say, Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I saw the movie. It was really good. But I can't buy Grand Theft Auto for him. What's exactly going on? Restrictions, okay. Not legal, you said. Illegal content? So you don't know why there's restrictions. They just are. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's just this stuff is crazy to me. I didn't know was it Steam and Itch.io had illegal content until now? Is that what you're saying? They did. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Okay, I see. Sure. Can you give me that case ID number? I'll write it down, and I'll let my kid know we're not getting any games right away. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I might have a few more questions for you after I write the case ID down, but let me get it written down. I can at least get some information that way. Yes, I'm ready to go. Please. Okay. And that's it? All right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I just have a couple more questions. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I can hear some of the other calls happen in the background. I'm sure it's busy right around this time, but I actually had heard about this thing originally at work. Actually, one of my coworkers came up to me and told me something about, MasterCard and Visa and PayPal and Steam and something about women shouting. I don't really know, but are you getting a lot of calls about this? A lot? How many? A lot. Too many. I'm really sorry. I hope people are being nice about it. I know some people. I've met some of these gamers at work. Believe me, I work. I help manage a store. That gets a lot of people looking to buy stuff, like video games and stuff. And I know how these gamers get, so I hope they're treating you okay. It's I know they get mad when they can't get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't choose the policy, right? So they shouldn't be too mad at you. You're just trying to do your job. So yeah. Well, I do want to say too that I'm sure if you're getting too many of these calls, that it's probably kind of you're on autopilot. It's too saying the same things over and over. I'm sure it's annoying to get people like myself calling. So I do appreciate you being so kind and understanding about this. It's it means a lot. I've worked in a call center before. It's not fun when people call like this. So. Of course. Well, thank you as well. And if I do have any other questions, I'll follow up. And actually, I do just have one more question. You did say a lot of people are calling. Do you think they're going to change this policy? Should I kind of hold my breath, or is it? Are you unsure? It's okay if you don't know. I understand. So. Right, a lot of them. Yeah. Investigating. Okay, well, I appreciate you letting me know. I suppose if I've got questions again, I'll just call right again, and I promise not to take up as much of your time when I do. But thank you. I appreciate it. No, I'm good. Otherwise I've loved using my MasterCard. If just for this, you know. Yeah. Of course. All right. You have a good day now. Of course. Of course. Bye-bye. And time. All right. See, guys, you can use time but not be a dick about it. You see? Like, at the end, I did still waste her time. But I was trying to be very nice because she told me they were getting a lot of calls. So I was trying to be a little nice to her at the end. Because I'm sure she did kind of tell me, like, people were yelling, too. And really angry. So I was trying to be nice with her. But I did also waste her time, so... I was a little too polite, which also is still eats up time. I could tell that she was laughing, like she thought it was funny that I was being so polite, but also I could tell she wanted to get off the phone. Poor thing. Okay, let me catch up, and then we'll do the bullet points. So that was a 13-minute call, knocked out. There you go. And keep in mind that she said they're getting a lot of calls. I'm sure they're getting more now that people are out of work. All right. So I'll say MasterCard email actually is a good option for people because it makes a case number, meaning it's making probably Salesforce case for them. Making cases suck shit on the back end. That's a good point. That phonetic spelling is evil. I've done longer ones too where I chose like phonetic spelling that was like a little awkward too. So it might take them a moment to process it. How'd the second Visa call go? Better, but they didn't want to send me to a manager. We're going to call Visa back again because Visa's such a blank slate. Like they just don't collect much information. MasterCard, I could tell the woman on the other line was actually kind of sussing out whether I had called or had a case ID before because I gave them a credit card number that I had actually used before. So I think deep down she kind of knew that I called before. I just did several calls to Visa and they keep hanging up after about 10 minutes. They also delete my most recent case number. Yeah, it sucks. I really find the only way you can keep Visa on the line is be a boomer about it. MasterCard is saying that this feels like their call centers are being trained. Not gonna lie. You got consumer escalators? What are we chuckleheads using? All I gotta say is FNAF movie good and I gotta cancel you for that. I don't want to take too much of your time. Something about women shouting. I love doing things like saying like, oh, I heard about it on the Itchy. Does anyone know some good ways to deflect when the rep asks for our account number? Oh, very simple. Very simple. Every single time. I always do the same thing. I tell them I'm in a public place right now. So I prefer not to. Personally, I've had friends affected by this. Could mention I know developers who are affected and there's nothing illegal in their games. Yeah, because, like, she said, like, there's illegal stuff, and then, like, when I shouted, like, illegal, she was, like, actually, like, we're waiting on, like, our escalation team to get back to us, because, like, we don't want to give you anything, like, that's not accurate. And when they say the number isn't valid, just keep slowly going over the number, get other numbers wrong. Then after you waste, like, 6 minutes of time going and say, I don't think my number is important, I'm just trying to lodge a complaint. Oh, it's good advice. Being polite eats up minutes, all the same. Did you get a manager on that one? No. So that was MasterCard, just a normal rep. MasterCard reps are much better trained, in my experience. They're like much better suited to take these kind of calls. I think Visa reps are... I think Visa's a little bit more short-staffed. Visa won't send us to supervisors anymore. That's fascinating. Just keeps being special to me that they're implying vendors are engaging in illegal activity and they chose to just say stop doing illegal things instead of going to the police. Hey, in bed, it's 1 a.m. for me. Good luck. All good, yummy, tasty. Good to see you. Anna, chill, and burpee? No. Something about women shouting. Okay, so what did we learn from this one, guys? What did we learn from this call? What did we learn from this call? Again. Be a boomer. I heard on the news. Try to Ask weird cues. Okay. So I did this before. I'm going to try to emphasize this again. Did you guys notice? Like, I was asking questions like, can I buy Grand Theft Auto because it's an adult game? Like, I was acting very boomer. And that's a very weird question. And, like, it's the kind of thing that can get, like, the person on the other end to go on a tangent and not be, like, aware of, like go on a tangent and, like, try to, like, make logic of, well, your illogical question. Because you're boomer LARPing, you know, you're boomer LARPing. So it's a good way to also, as well, eat up some time on the phone. Being confused, acting like you don't, like, properly understand what's going on. And also, like, kind of pointing out the hypocrisy of everything.
We learned Anna is a good parent to peg-leg Timmy, her one-legged son, who has a peg leg.
I'm just trying to buy him Grand Theft Auto because he came back from summer camp and was okay. I was going to say something like he didn't, like, piss his pants at summer camp, but I didn't want to go, like, full Kit Boga on this call. Can you say that again for me? Sorry, I think I missed a word there. You had a 1 hour call and a 2.5 hour call on Visa? You're so based. Oh my God. Do you mind if I take a sec so I can get a pencil and write this down? I do that too. Question for acting like a boomer would say, saying you saw it on the Facebook's help. That might. When in doubt, never lay it on too thick. Just acting a little confused. And like thinking like, what would my dad say is usually good. I would say, no matter what, lodge a complaint and speak about something being wrong with policy. I think even if you're boomer LARPing, you should still come in and basically act as if like you don't really understand why this policy is in place. Because you do want to send the impression that you're not just confused, but you are like a boomer. You are like a boomer that's confused about what's going on because you don't actually think anything makes sense about this policy. I think you can kind of low-key send the message to them if we all LARP like this, that this is not going over well with your average Joe. Which also is true. Like, your average Joe also thinks this is dumb, but they're not going to always pick up the phone. The tweeters. This is like what advanced levels of tweeting has taught me how to do over the internet. Crypto and AI over the internet. You're evil. Insisting you know that they're the solution to everything. Oh my God, you're evil. So again, be a boomer. I heard this on the news. Try to ask weird questions no matter what. What the fuck did I just write here? Oh, lodge. That's supposed to be lodge. What the that looks like let's go. What the fuck did I write? Lodge a complaint. And speak about something being wrong with policy on itch Steam. And I'm gonna stress this again. Be polite. Yes, I'm kind of wasting their time, but like at the end of these calls, I do still try to be like, thank you for being polite. Because, you know, a lot of these call center people, they don't like the policy in place. They just have to do their job. You know, they're just following orders. You need a pad and pen to write down stuff. Play daft. Ask lots of cues. See. Channel your inner boomer. Your goal is to 1, make clear unhappy. 2, take up time. Be polite. I heard on news I am repeat caller. Okay. These are the things that I would say are the biggest takeaways. Play daft and ask a lot of questions, whether you're being genuine or not, whether you're gonna like kind of like low-key like pretend to be somebody or you're just being yourself. Still play daft a little bit. Oh, what's the escalation team? Like, what if I don't have an email? What if I can't email because like I just don't really have an email account right now? What do you mean by adult content? What's the adult content policy? What games can I not buy? Does this mean I can't buy video games with my Visa card anymore? Channel your inner boomer. It's okay to act like a little like, what's an itch-yo? Your goal at the end of the day is first to make clear that you're unhappy, right? You want it to be like obviously communicated that you're upset with this policy. And 2, you want to take up time because the more time you take up, the more it costs them because they can't solve problems at the call center. And it makes it obvious that this is an issue that's going to be a thorn in the company's side. You want to be polite. You don't want to yell at these people. You want to say that you heard it on the news. You want to make it clear that this is like a public relations issue that like goes beyond like you just being upset. And you want to make it clear that this is a repeat caller issue, which means there's an issue that the call center has to address. And also, you want to... What was the other thing I was going to say? What was it? Oh, yeah. Call MC, Visa, Stripe, PP, 1x per day. Every single day you want to call all of them once. I sometimes call them more than once in a day, especially if I'm trying to get information out of the reps. Like I'm trying to figure out like, are they getting a lot of calls? Is there like a change in policy? Things like that. Like I called a lot today to get like the feeling of like whether a new policy update was coming, to hear how slammed they were, and to try out different tactics. But you want to call MasterCard, Visa, Stripe, and PayPal 1 time per day. Every single day. Every single day. You want to call them. And that's really it. As you saw today, acting confused and making them spend more time talking with you is one of the most efficient strategies you can get to kind of gum up the works. But it is also okay to not do that and just like hop on and be like, I am upset with this policy. That's fine too. That still took 6 minutes, guys. That's not if you're above 30 seconds with these calls, if these issues have to take more than like a minute or two to address, you're already doing a lot of good. Should we only call companies we have a card account with? Not necessarily. I want to stress that like you can call Visa and MasterCard and be like, oh, I have it with like, you can research like a bank that like uses Visa and MasterCard in your country. And you can be like, oh, like here's my name, but I don't want to like say that like, I don't want to say like where the bank is or what my number is because like I'm in public. Like you can say that and they'll still play. I hadn't seen anyone actually calling before. This is a great approach. Thank you. It's good to have you, by the way, SNSN Anna. SNSN Anna. And from a journalist standpoint, of course. Having a card can help, but you don't need one. You can generally say you're a customer, but you're calling from somewhere you can't say your card number. You can also just say, too, that you're like an interested prospective customer, but you have a complaint and you're concerned. You can just lie and call companies you don't use. For MasterCard, when they ask for my number and the phone number, I just spam 12 random numbers. It's also something you can do. Keep in mind that, like, there's, like, sometimes I have called them, and I've just been like, my name is like Peter Griffin. Like, not literally, but like you can just kind of lie and then not give your number or much about your bank and just go for it. So keep that in mind too. Remember, at the end of the day, the goal is to make it clear of corporate that you are not happy. That's what the goal is at the end of the day. All right. So that's that. That's how you do calls. And you can do different styles and bits in order to get accomplished what you need to. I am going to call stream here because it's very hot in my apartment and I want to rest. Let's go raid... Is Monday stream? Let's go raid Roxy. Roxy's streaming right now. Let's go raid Roxy. I love Roxy. Roxy just did some really good emotes for me that I got put in Twitch. My pleasure. I'm going to send the highlights right over to Homer as soon as I'm done, and we'll get that set up and squared away. In the meantime, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to send a follow. Don't forget to file a sub. Sub. They're always appreciated, and I'll see you soon. Most likely tomorrow. I believe me and Avi are going to collab, so keep an eye out for in the very near future. Otherwise, thank you for the follow. The T-Draws. Let's go raid Roxy. Great stream. Was blazed as fuck, but I had a great time. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to help, guys. Good luck with your calls. Good luck with your calls.